addressed the nation for an hour and 40 minutes. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
To my fellow citizens, America is back.
President Trump before a joint session of Congress.
We have accomplished more in 43 days than most administrations accomplished in 4 years or 8 years, and we are just getting started.
Now, those are Republicans cheering. Democrats sat. Some held up signs like false, and this is not normal. And then Congressman Al Green shouted at the president, waving his cane, prompting the House Speaker.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruption.
That was Speaker Mike Johnson. Green was escorted out, later said it was worth it. In the official Democratic response,
Michigan Senator Alyssa Slotkin acknowledging President Trump's victory in November was a sign Americans want change, but criticized his way of going about it.
But there's a responsible way to make change and a reckless way. And we can make that change without forgetting who we are as a country.
Slotkin saying President Trump hasn't made a difference on inflation and says his proposed tariffs will make prices worse.
That's Fox's Ryan Schmelz at the Capitol. Democrats have also been critical of President Trump's handling of the Ukraine-Russia war. But days after his confrontation with Ukraine's leader Volodymyr Zelensky at the White House, the president read a letter from him during last night's speech.
The letter reads, Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer.
As the U.S. and Ukraine continue to work out a minerals profit-sharing deal as part of talks to end the war. And the president made news related to the 2021 terror attack during the U.S. withdrawal in Afghanistan that killed 13 American troops.
Tonight, I am pleased to announce that we have just apprehended the top terrorist responsible for that atrocity.
And he thanked Pakistan for their help capturing the ISIS militant. America's listening to Fox News.
Connect to Fox News Audio on the Fox News app. Listen to hear your favorite hosts like Brian Kilmeade, Jimmy Fallon, and Guy Benson standing up for what's right, live and via podcast. Just click listen, then swipe right and hear the latest news updates on your time. And scroll down to hear the latest podcasts from Fox News. And it's even easier to listen in the car with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Get programming alerts and notifications. Fox News Audio is on the Fox News app. The voices America trusts. Download it now. From the Fox News Podcasts Network.
I'm Ben Domenech, Fox News contributor and editor of the Transom.com daily newsletter, and I'm inviting you to join a conversation every week with the smartest thinkers out there about the issues Americans face and where we're going as a nation. This show will feature deep dive interviews with newsmakers and some of your favorite Fox News analysts. I hope you'll join me as we dive into the fray. It's the Ben Domenech Podcast.
Subscribe and listen now by going to foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download podcasts.
Well, in President Trump's address last night, he touted that his declaring an emergency at the southern border has been a success.
Border czar Tom Homan telling Fox's The Story with Martha McCallum Tuesday. Illegal crossings are now down 97%.
But we need more money to make that permanent, get it down to 100%, have zero gotaways.
Homan says there are other things funding is needed for as well.
We need more beds, we need more airplane flights, we need more officers. And look, we got 300,000 missing children we got to find.
He also pushed back against sanctuary cities that have blocked ICE's attempts to locate and remove some migrants from communities.
Prioritize public safety threats. Prioritize national security threats. This should be a nonpartisan issue.
The mayors of several sanctuary cities, including New York, Boston, and Chicago, will testify before the House Oversight Committee Wednesday. Kevin Uretsky, Fox News.
A red state that bans most abortions, Idaho, is getting help from the new Republican president. The Trump administration plans to drop a federal lawsuit.
The legal action goes back to the Biden White House, which sued after Roe v. Wade was overturned by the U.S. Supreme Court in 2022. The DOJ then argued that federal health care mandated abortions be performed if a patient's life is at risk. The Trump administration's dismissal means Idaho's largest hospital, St. Luke's Health System, will seek its own court order allowing abortion services to continue in a state where there is a strict ban in place. Idaho insists that within its law is a stipulation where abortions can happen in life-threatening situations. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
It's Ash Wednesday, and as Lent begins for Christians, Pope Francis is said to be resting after a peaceful night in a Rome hospital, still battling pneumonia. On Wall Street, stock futures are rising the day after another sell-off on tariff worries. The Dow plunged 670 points. The Nasdaq's drop a lot less, 65. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. State lawmakers have passed a bill requiring school districts to ban the use of cell phones, laptops, smartwatches, and other devices during instructional time. The House passed the bill with bipartisan support. It now needs one final Senate vote before it heads to Governor Bill Lee's desk for signature. Another strong month for building construction in Putnam County. That, according to Mayor Randy Porter. He says the county issued 38 permits in February, totaling $10.8 million of construction. 24 of those permits for new single-family homes. At the same time last year, the county had issued 34 permits, totaling $8.2 million of construction. A $940,000 bid to upgrade water lines along Minelit Creek Road up for a vote when the Cookeville City Council meets Thursday. The project, part of Phase 1, will replacing 4-inch asbestos cement lines that Cookeville acquired from Double Springs Utility District. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning. Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:06. Good morning there, Sheila.
Good morning, Jason. It's 49 right now. Expect a high in the mid-50s. We could see it turning a little colder tonight, too.
Yeah.
I'm calling for snow.
Yeah, Mr. Anthony Taylor said it could be.
Could be. May not be, but it may.
You know, he's always like, I don't know where my confidence level is.
I love it.
I do, too. So proud to have him here, part of the Cookeville Communications family. And a lot of wind last night.
Oh, my goodness.
Last I looked, there were still 700 without power for Upper Cumberland Electric. I think there's still a few in town that don't have power, but they're working on it. I didn't have power all night.
I didn't have power most of the night. I know there was a transformer that blew on Gainesboro Grade, and I don't live too far from that, and I think that probably got my house as well. Let me tell you, when went to take our dog out this morning, one of my little angel statues is about a foot tall. It was a casualty to the wind last night. It got knocked over and she was beheaded. An angel now.
Oh, that's
well,
no good.
It was right in front of the back door. So as you open it up, you're like, whoa, what's this? Oh, okay, it's my angel. Well, she was a good one for a long time. But my dog was like, oh, something ain't right with this. I am not even going out. What is the angel doing beheaded? Had to pick my little toy poodle up.
We're not doing that. Eddie Ferris just texted out asking last night. There were several roads that were blocked.
Yeah.
With trees, and I'd ask him if those were still blocked. I didn't think they would be. He said several areas still blocked or in question. Upper Cumberland Electric stopped working at 10 p.m. last night and said they would resume at daylight. It's just too windy for them to be working.
Oh, yeah.
And thank goodness it happened at night. So they're going to be working back again this morning as soon as the sun gets up, which will be here any minute. Also, at County Road, they stopped at 4 a.m., said they would resume at 6 this morning on County Road. Said it was a busy night for the sheriff's office. And they're checking all the locations this morning to determine if they're passable or not. Said drive with extreme caution and look for any down lines or trees. And if you see any and doesn't look like anybody's been there, be sure to call and let the sheriff's office know.
Oh, definitely. I know driving in this morning, I mean, I live right in town, but the side roads still had lots of limbs across them. Lots of people were, I guess it's trash day for some of the folks.
Yeah.
And they're big trash cans were in the middle of the road or either blown over. So a lot going on last night, and those that had to work in that last night, let's give them praise, because I didn't even want to get out yesterday afternoon and get my gas because my hair was just whipping in the wind and like getting in your eyes. My hair. But I mean, it like whips into my face, and I'm like, I look like I've been crying because it gets in my eyes. But I was like, I can't imagine getting out and working in that, and it was even worse last night.
Could you imagine being on one of those trucks up by the power lines with that wind blowing like that?
Oh my goodness! It looked like some of my windows were moving.
It'd be near impossible to even work on that.
I can't. But I mean, I really do want to praise them because our electricity was off for a few hours. But when you hear a transformer caught fire and actually blew up, and then they had the electricity back on,
right?
I mean, that's amazing to me.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Mine's been out. I got ready this morning by the light of my cell phone flashlight.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if anything I have on really matches.
Well, you look fine to not have any electricity.
Yeah, how's my hair?
Your hair looks good. Your hair.
Because I couldn't really see.
Your hair always looks good, Jason.
I couldn't really see. But anyway, if you're still without power listening to us, maybe you're on your way into town or whatever, they'll get it back on here soon. They're working hard and all of that. Just use caution, especially if you're on some county back road. There's going to be plenty of limbs and little twigs and things like that. So it'll be in the wooded part of your drive. It'll be a little iffy this morning.
Yeah, it's like, are there sticks? Are there limbs?
Yeah,
maybe.
100%.
Yeah,
especially if
going to be somewhere on your drive.
It was on my road.
Yeah.
A few things you need to know. The Cumberland County Playhouse is going to celebrate 60 years of being part of the Upper Cumberland. They're going to do that in July, and they're going to celebrate by doing I think it's part of the very first show they ever did, which was a Pinocchio show.
Oh, I love it.
And then they're going to celebrate Miss McDonald too, who was part of her and her husband started the Cumberland County Playhouse. So the rest will be about her life.
Oh, that's neat.
And that's coming up July 15th. So that'll be really cool to go see.
Also, a fantastic, fabulous Friday is coming up this Friday from 5 to 8. It's a special list of local merchants in Cookeville that's hosting makers and artists, and you can register at each stop. It's like on the west side. CG's will be a part of it, The Exceptional Bean, Spring Street Studios, The Table, who we've had on Broad Street. Also Picasso's Gift Shop. A lot of great businesses involved with hosting artists, and that's from 5 to 8 this Friday around the west side in Cookeville.
Coming up in May, if you've always wanted to learn pickleball, you can with Cookeville Leisure Services. They're going to have a beginner clinic, and this is going to be on those new pickleball courts out at, I guess at Cane Creek Park, or maybe over by the old high school. What do they call that place? Old high school.
Old high school.
Building.
YMCA?
No, on the other side. Cookeville Leisure Services place. I can't think of the name of.
The convention center?
No, the convention. Is that by the old high school? Avery Trace Middle School.
Right. There's it's the old convention center though, wasn't it?
Y'all know what we're talking about.
I don't exactly.
Anyway, it's going to be one of those places, maybe both. It's the beginner clinic. Clinic will be on Saturdays, May 3rd, 10th, and 17th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
One of them centers. Not sinners, but centers.
Move along from that, Sheila.
Ribbon cutting. We want to say congratulations for the 1-year anniversary to our friend who's at Optimal IV Hydration and Wellness.
It's Roxy?
Yeah, Roxy is great. She does a lot of good things. And Optimal IV has been dedicated to helping our community take charge of their health, their wellness, staying hydrated, lots of vitamins that she pumps into folks. And just congratulations on a 1-year anniversary.
Oh, yeah. Due to the storms, White County, nobody was really spared from that wind. But White County schools will be 2 hours late today. All school activities will begin 2 hours later than their normal start times, including bus routes. So just know that if you're in the White County area.
They had like some fires overnight too.
Yeah.
Some like power lines down and just a lot going
They were
on.
having fires yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, like wildfires.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So I hope that's contained, but I would say that's part of the reason, that and no electricity and a lot going on in Cumberland County. So our thoughts and prayers are with them.
Talking about White County.
Oh, I'm sorry. Cumberland County is what I was talking about.
Cumberland County had fires too?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and
Didn't know that.
electricity out. So, it's just little things all over, like little things that are big things happening all around, like some wildfires here, there, electricity out, limbs down. There's a lot that went on with all that wind yesterday afternoon and last night. I want to say that if you're familiar with Standing Stone State Park, and who of us isn't, rainbow trout, they've been stocked in Mill Creek there. So it's kind of cool to see that going on. They had a video of that. But rainbow trout stocked already for this year in Mill Creek at Standing Stone State Park.
Well, that's good. It'll be fun to go catch some of those.
Yeah.
And release them.
Catch and release.
Of course. Your 2 cents, that's coming up next. Brought to you by Freedom Pond. They're located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta. Stop by and see them. They're now open on Mondays.
That's right. Your question, 2 cents, your 2 cents. Who was your first celebrity crush?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
First celebrity crush.
Either Wonder Woman or Daisy Duke. I'm not sure exactly which one. Oh, or Chrissy from Three's Company.
Oh, those are some good
or
ones.
Erlene Mandrell.
Ooh.
That's 4. I gotta narrow it down a little bit.
I would say Bo Duke and, of course, Pa Ingalls. He was a good-looking man.
I could see that.
Loved old Pa Ingalls.
Yeah.
Had a little
Oh,
crush.
Mary Ann from Gilligan.
Oh, of course.
Man,
I did like, even when I was younger, I liked the professor. I thought he was smart and handsome.
Dolly Parton.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Big crush on Dolly back in the day.
I can see that. And I wanted to be Dolly.
Yeah, I'll try to narrow it down when we come back. It's 6:17 now, and it's Good Morning Cookeville, your 2 cents coming up next. Hang out with us. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pond, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pond Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pond, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
March 13th through March 23rd, Cumberland County Playhouse in Crossville presents Sanctus Real live in concert. This dynamic gospel trio has received 2 Grammy Award nominations, a GMA Dove Award, and 6 GMA Dove nominations. To date, the band has sold more than 1.2 million albums, and they have a cumulative radio audience totaling 3.7 billion. Don't miss Sanctus Real at the Playhouse. Sponsored by Lee's Flowers and Gifts. Call 931-484-5000 or visit ccplayhouse.com to get your tickets today.
Hey folks, this is Paul Winkler. Have you ever really spent time planning for life after work? If not, you're not alone. For most, it's a scary thought. Making sense of investments, Social Security, Medicare. To make it worse, the advice people typically get is from salespeople or family members who got their information from salespeople. We are here to take the mystery and fear out of retirement. The next step is yours. Call 615-851-1950 or go to paulwinkler.com. That website is paulwinkler.com, creating confident investors.
And now located in Cookeville. Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931-WINDOW-1.
Easy Cater is the smarter, simpler way to order food for your workplace. With easy online ordering, search filters for budget, dietary needs, and more. Save your favorite restaurants and favorite orders for easy reordering. Save time with group ordering. You send a link, your team orders what they want. Plus, Easy Cater makes expense reporting a snap with all your receipts in one place. Easy Cater. More than just a way to order catering for work, it's your business tool for food. Order now at easycater.com.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024 by USA Today, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, just $189.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 500,000 happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
1077 and 1400, The Hub. Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:21 now.
And your 2 cents is brought to you by Freedom Pond on Mayberry Street in Sparta. They have everything you need. They're open Monday through Saturday now. So they used to be closed on Mondays. Not anymore. And they got everything you need.
Community Center is what we're trying to think of.
No, by Avery Trace.
Yes.
And I was close because I said Convention Center. Although I knew it wasn't on Tennessee Avenue. I was seeing the building. I knew it started with a C. Community Center.
And she wants credit for that, so we're going to give it to her. Way to go, Sheila. Way to go.
I was closer than Jason. Woo!
Complete separate buildings, but that's yay.
No, but in my mind, it was that building. Look, you didn't even know. You weren't even giving out answers. I was at least throwing answers, see if they stick.
Way to go, Sheila.
I love it. Even fake applause or great applause does something to your psyche. Thank you. Your 2 cents. Who was your first celebrity crush?
I'm going to have to narrow mine down to Mary Ann from Gilligan. I think that's probably the first show that I really got into as a kid.
Yeah. Mine was Little House, but it was Paul Ingalls. But I mean, look, Paul Ingalls was hot.
I didn't know, I was real little, not real little, but, so I didn't really know what was going on. Now when Daisy Duke came about,
Oh, yeah.
I knew what was happening.
You knew what was happening. You knew those short shorts were doing something.
Something is for sure happening.
And Bo and Luke, both of them were cute.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
So anyway,
I liked them.
And then I'd have to give at least a nod to the Hee Haw Honeys.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah, they were all gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't Erlene Mandrell one of those at one time?
I believe she was a Hee Haw Honey for a little while.
And of course, she was a drummer with her sisters on the Barbara Mandrell show.
Yeah, that's when I first was like, man, that Erlene's something else.
And Erlene, something else. She's been a model.
Look at that Erlene.
You like those little blondes.
Yeah. And then, but Linda Carter.
Oh, I wanted to be Wonder Woman or Dolly.
Man, old Dolly.
Two good women there.
All of mine are great choices.
Yeah, they are. I would have to agree with you.
I'd say most guys my age would say Farrah Fawcett, but
oh, that's right. Johnny Ferguson did say, who else now? Farrah Fawcett.
well, sure. Yeah, I mean, those are all your normal ones.
Mhm.
I mean, everybody had a Farrah Fawcett crush.
And Robin did say Bo Duke. I don't know if anybody else will say Paul Ingalls.
Probably not.
Am I weird?
No, I don't think
I
so.
mean, he was handsome.
No, I totally agree.
Oh, yeah, Jim, Linda Carter. Art says Daisy. That's just one word. You know it's Daisy Duke.
Yeah.
Even have shorts named after those Daisy Dukes.
If you have shorts named after you,
Yeah.
you've done.
You know your legs are looking fine.
You've done a real good job at whatever that was.
That's true. Now let's see what some of the girls are saying. Bo Duke.
I imagine Scott Baio and some of that would be in there.
Delcia said Sean Cassidy.
Okay.
She said, and then he broke my heart when he didn't answer the fan letter that I wrote him when I was 11.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a cute story.
I bet it got lost in the mail.
Yeah, you know,
sometimes that
didn't get to him.
happens.
Yeah, and he gets so much, maybe it just fell out of the bag.
Or maybe yours was so special.
That he kept it and said, I can't answer this because I'd have to marry her.
Right.
Randy said Olivia Newton-John.
That's a good one.
That's a real good one.
Yeah, but she was foreign.
And yeah, she's Australian.
Yeah.
She's foreign. She's cute little Sandy in Greece. He said Olivia Newton-John until I was 16. Then I started dating Linda Ronstadt.
Yeah.
I get that in your mind. You're dating her.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, Linda, yeah, she was something when in the 70s when she first came out.
You forget how pretty she was.
She was gorgeous.
And I tell you another one that you forget how gorgeous she is or was back in the day. Crystal Gale.
Oh yeah, well, she's gorgeous.
You go look at some of those old Crystal Gale
Big
pictures.
old blue eyes.
Oh yeah.
And she said, "Don't it make my brown eyes blue?" Well, it did because they're totally ice blue.
You look back. I think her and Donna my wife look exactly
They
alike.
favor. They sure do.
I've always had me a Crystal Gale crush.
Who's Jonathan Brandis?
I don't know.
Maybe that was just her boyfriend in school.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be an actor that
I'll
I
have
don't
to
know.
Google it.
Robin said Richard Dean Anderson.
MacGyver.
Or it may have been on the Waltons. John Boy. No, wait. John Boy was not Richard. That's Thomas.
Yeah, it's something
Richard
else.
Thomas. Sorry. Richard Thomas.
Convention Center.
Richard Dean Anderson. I'm having some problems today, like always. It's Wednesday. David Cassidy. So we got Sean and David Cassidy on there. Oh, this is a good one. See if you agree with this. Sydney said Alyssa Milano from Who's the Boss?
I think I was probably.
You were too old for her.
I may have been by then. I'm not sure when that came out.
And you might agree with this then. Ray said Brooke Shields.
Oh yeah, Brooke Shields. And I tell you another one. I was saying, well, what show was that? Boy Meets World.
Mm-hmm.
Topanga.
Oh yeah, a lot of boys liked her.
Yeah.
I love this. Nancy said Henry Winkler as Fonzie.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, he was cool and nice looking.
Yeah.
Had good hair. Thomas said Jacqueline Smith. Now, I think she was classy and really pretty, too, as Charlie's Angel. Sarah said Kirk Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
Raquel Welch is what Scott said.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
You know what? She still looks good.
Didn't even think of Raquel Welch. She was a little bit before me. She's more Sheila's time.
She wasn't even my time.
I know, Sheila. I'm just having fun with you.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Cindy said Rick Springfield. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Singer and on a soap opera.
Woo, he sung to me. He wished he had Jesse's Girl. And since he was singing about Jesse's Girl, I wished I was Jesse's Girl so he would want me. That's good. Tom Selleck is what Marianne said.
I'm surprised that's the first Tom Selleck that's come up.
Oh, I know. That was Marianne. And then Tex said Mariah Carey.
Wow.
Oh, two people said this one, and I think that you will agree.
What's that?
So cute. Valerie Bertinelli.
Oh, yes.
We had a couple of them and several Linda
Yes.
Carters.
Oh, yes. Yes. Smoking the Bandit. Valerie Bertinelli, and that was great.
Smokey and the Bandit. Are you thinking of Little Short? Now I can't remember. Valerie Bertinelli wasn't in that. Are you trying to mess with me?
No, I know, but
One of my favorite actresses. Now I can't think of her name. Oh my gosh. What's wrong with us today? It's our Monday. Michael England, your buddy from Exceptional Bean, said Linda Carter.
Yeah, come on, son.
Let me tell you, CG kind of looks like her. She has
bit,
those pretty eyes and hair.
Yeah.
Look at him. He got him a Linda Carter.
How about that?
Got him a little Wonder Woman.
6:29 now. We got spoiler alert coming up.
Sally
next.
Field.
Yeah.
I knew it would come. I feel like I got Tourette's, and you get moving on it. Sally Field.
Sally Field, yeah.
But they are cute little girl next doors, like Sally Field and Valerie. We've been everywhere today. Thanks for joining us on our trip.
I don't blame you if y'all turn this mess off.
This was funny though. You never know what we're gonna say or do.
All right, here we go. Spoiler alert is coming up next. The latest in the world of entertainment, music, maybe, hell, I don't know. It's all coming up next here on Good Morning Cookeville. It's live.
Yeah.
I mean,
we wouldn't do this.
If this was recorded, we
would redone it a long time ago.
Live from the Willow Window Studio. Guys, hang out with us, please. We'll be right back.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. State lawmakers have passed a bill requiring school districts to ban the use of cell phones, laptops, smartwatches, and other devices during instructional time. The House passed the bill with bipartisan support. It now needs one final Senate vote before it heads to Governor Bill Lee's desk for signature. A series of car burglaries being investigated by the Putnam County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Eddie Ferris said they happened last week in the Hewlin-Dyer Drive and Cedar Creek Circle areas and Big Orange Circle and Hawkins-Crawford Road areas. The sheriff said a group of masked suspects targeted unlocked vehicles. He's asking residents to lock car doors and to report any suspicious activity immediately. The town of Monterey swore in new police chief John Mackey Monday. Chief Mackey, one of 5 candidates who applied for the job to replace former Chief Bill Randolph after a grand jury indicted him on charges of theft and misconduct. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. In the boys' region semifinal action last night, the Cookeville Cavaliers fell to Laverne 51-49 to end their season. Pickett County and Clay County both moved on and will play each other in the region championship on Thursday. Stowe Memorial fell to Tullahoma 61-55, while the Upperman Bees beat Giles County 54-33. LeBron James became the first man in the NBA to reach 50,000 points in his career between regular season and playoffs. LeBron now has 41,837 points in the regular season and 8,162 points in the postseason. The 40-year-old is averaging 26 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists per game in 27 games since he turned 40 years old. The Philadelphia Eagles made Saquon Barkley the highest-paid running back in the league, giving him a 2-year contract extension worth $41.2 million. He becomes the first running back to earn more than $20 million per season in the NFL. Barkley helped lead his team to another Super Bowl, rushing for 2,500 yards this past season. Join us tonight for high school girls basketball region championship games. On the main UCR Facebook page, Clark Range plays Clay County. On the UCR YouTube channel, Livingston battles White County. And on UCR2 on Facebook, Cookeville takes on Lebanon. All games get started at 7 this evening. I'm Jacob Vinson. That was the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
The UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub, brought to you by One Bank. The Fox Business Report is brought to you by Paul Winkler Incorporated, now with an office in Cookeville, creating confident investors. PaulWinkler.com.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Stock futures are recovering ground this morning after yesterday's sell-off. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick is hinting there could be a tariff deal between the U.S., Canada, and Mexico that might moderate the tariffs somewhat. Reuters is reporting Walt Disney is planning to reduce its headcount by roughly 6%. At ABC News Group and Disney Entertainment Networks, the cuts are expected to impact fewer than 200 staff across the 2 units. This morning, payroll processing company ADP reports the number of jobs created by private employers in February. A survey from software unit Intuit found small business employment declined by around 125,000 last month. Adidas is predicting slower growth this year and a lower profit. It sold the last of its Yeezy sneakers last year. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola, invested in you.
When I started skiing, I didn't think about setting any records. When I won my first race, I didn't think about how many more I might win. So when I made it to the top of the world, it never crossed my mind to stop. Being the best isn't the same as being your best. There are no shortcuts to the top, so find the people who help get you there. I'm Michaela Schifrin, and that's what Team Stiefel means to me. If you're an advisor or an investor, choose Stiefel, where success meets success.
Stiefel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member SIPC and NYSE.
Past performance is no indication of future results. Investing involves risk. Consult a financial advisor before making any investment.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor. A wind advisory remains in effect through this evening. Temperatures will fall into the lower 40s today with light rain developing around lunchtime. A winter weather advisory will go into effect at 6 p.m. A transition to snow showers is expected this evening with accumulations of an inch possible. Higher elevations could see as much as 3 inches.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
On 107.7 and 1400.
Good
The
morning,
Hub.
Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:35 now.
Our guests this morning will be Gary and Chris Henry. Henry Brothers Roofing. They're coming in after 7.
We might want to check that roof today.
That's true. This is a good time for them to be coming in, unless they cancel last minute and say, whoa, we've got tons of calls. We need to go fix stuff.
Absolutely, which I completely understand.
Oh, yeah. And then 7:30, Kyle Goff from Sparta YMCA. He's also, I believe, an alderman.
Yeah, I believe that's right.
I may have the wrong title because look at how we've been today.
Who knows?
But it is going to be Kyle Goff coming in at 7:30.
If we're wrong, we're wrong. It's
We
okay.
apologize, Kyle. You'll have to be our savior this morning and save us and tell us the right titles.
Spoiler alert time. I'd done real good. I'd taken a quick little nap. I'd had a little bit of coffee and was going to watch Trump.
Yeah.
Boom,
And then
electricity goes off.
So yours went off about the same time ours did.
Yeah.
Must have been the whole grid that transformer messed up.
No idea. But when I left this morning, mine was still off.
We were like really deep into like him giving his speech and people holding signs up because they couldn't be disruptive. They would be out.
Well,
but they were,
somebody did get kicked out.
he started yelling.
Yeah, Al Green. And then I saw one clip and so cute. Little boy gone through, had brain cancer. And I guess wanted to be a police officer. And so Trump made him a member of the Secret Service last night.
How cute.
Had the Secret Service director go out and give him his Secret Service badge.
Well, that's sweet.
It was so cool.
And that little boy was thrilled, I'm sure.
Even the other side was rolling their eyes and being terrible.
But it's the little boy's dream.
Just be happy for that little boy.
Yeah. That's the main thing.
Just be happy for the little boy and move on to the next thing.
Don't roll your eyes when it's a little child.
That's why nobody likes you.
Don't roll your eyes at this child.
Stop that.
His dream is he's being recognized.
If you want to roll your eyes at a full-grown man,
That's
have at
different.
it. I don't care. Roll your eyes all you want at Trump. That little boy.
He didn't do anything.
Overcome brain
deserving.
cancer. And
Yes.
Come
Wanting
on.
to be a member. He wanted to serve his community.
Come on.
That little boy.
Anyway, on TV tonight, Jimmy Fallon has Luke Bryan, Lionel Richie, and Carrie Underwood on there talking
that'd be
about
fun. Yeah.
American Idol. Stephen A. Smith is going to be on there too.
I don't know
So
who that is.
he was on ESPN, real loud guy, talks sports and politics.
Okay. I've probably seen him then.
Yeah. Stephen Colbert's got Jake Tapper. Jimmy Kimmel's got Walton Goggins on there. Love that guy.
Yeah.
And Mike Epps is going to be on there too, which
He's
is exciting.
funny.
Let's see here. As far as regular TV goes, The Amazing Race is the series premiere of that. Celebrity Jeopardy is on ABC, and The Masked Singer is on Fox. Just One Look, it's a limited series that starts streaming. That's on Netflix. The Leopard is also a limited series that starts on Netflix, and Medusa season 1 is on Netflix. But Netflix thinks I'm going to like Medusa.
Oh, it's been showing it to you?
It's been showing it to me.
I'm surprised it hasn't shown it to me.
Well,
oh, because it's not a murder show.
It's not. Yeah, it's not a murder show.
It's not Dateline or 60 Minutes.
Yeah.
Or...
And tonight on Hub Plus, streaming live, you can watch Livingston take on the White County Girls in the regional championship.
That would be a good game.
That's at 7 on Hub Plus. You can find that on Roku. Just search Hub Space PLUS. You'll find us. Also a great place to stream Upper Cumberland weather, too. I did that a little bit last night as the storms were rolling in and before my electricity got done early. And man, it was cool to see high definition. Anyway, that's all on Hub Plus tonight. Livingston versus White County. Then tomorrow on Hub Plus, Upperman versus Tullahoma in the boys Regions Championship. So
I love that we have all that on Hub Plus.
We have some really great partners.
Oh,
with
definitely.
that Hub Plus still for sure.
And thank you to Chelsea Dartez and Randy Porter. They do a good job at letting people know about Hub Plus as well, because they have shows on it as well.
And plenty of more good shows coming too.
Yeah. We're working on it.
Where they are in the they're on the road to getting done. So we're excited about that.
Those of you that hadn't answered my phone calls back, you could get in on the ground floor, but
David Arquette will reprise his role as Dewey Riley from in Scream 7. Scream 7.
How is that still going on?
I have
that
no
franchise.
idea.
I mean, the only one that can get away with that is Rocky.
Matthew Lillard, Nev Campbell, and Courtney Cox will also return.
Oh, my.
For Scream 7.
Huh.
That almost makes that worth watching.
Just to see what they're going to do on there. But, it could be just 2 seconds of them.
Could be, but...
That's how they tricked me with Drew Barrymore that time. She was on Scream for like maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The beginning scene, and then all of a sudden wasn't because they killed her.
Tracy Morgan will play a disgraced former football player looking to rehabilitate his image in the NBC comedy pilot produced by Tina Fey.
Well, that's probably going to be a hit.
I'd say so. That'll be good. CBS has canceled the FBI spinoffs FBI Most Wanted after 6 seasons and FBI International after 4 seasons, which only leaves us with 4 FBI shows now.
Oh, only 4.
How are we going to get by? Actor and drummer John Stamos will sit behind the kit for the Beach Boys during their performance at the Beach Life Festival on May 4th in Redondo Beach, California.
I love that he became a beach boy.
Yeah.
And tours with them every now and then. I mean, he's been doing that for years.
I like John Stamos.
He's a likable guy.
He seems like it. I hope he never turns out to be
a jerk.
Yeah. Or
no, let's not even use that.
Or a Cosby.
No, not John Stamos. But we never would have thought that about Bill.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I hope John Stamos stays as clean as.
I'm still not over Bill Cosby yet. That really hurt me. Loved him.
The New Mexico Gas Company found no significant findings in its investigation of Gene Hackman and Betsy Ariquana's home. The Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office said that natural gas is not believed to be a factor.
Yeah, because people were worried about natural gas, carbon monoxide poisoning, so that's been ruled out. But we haven't got toxicology reports yet.
Well, that was the thing I think everybody, as terrible as it was, I think that's what everybody was hoping. That
instead of something sinister or them taking their own lives or anything like that.
Saw this, and I hope this is all just Justin Bieber showing out a little bit or whatever. He posted photos on Instagram of him smoking from a bong.
Okay, I thought that was AI or something, but it looks like it might be real.
Yeah. And this comes after his rep, was denying the drug abuse rumors or whatever. And said he was in a great place with his wife, Haley. Bieber's recent behavior, including swaying at an event and visiting spas has raised concerns, with a source revealing Haley is really concerned for him, though unsure how to manage the situation. I don't know. I was rooting for Justin Bieber. I hope.
Well, me too. I know he's super talented.
Well, that's the thing.
And he's a man now. It's not like you still want to say kid, but he's not. He's like.
Oh no, he's a full grown.
Is he in his late 20s or early 30s now?
I'm not sure, but
I mean, I don't know.
He tried so hard to get his life right, and sometimes, if you've gone through any sort of childhood drama, which all signs point to he has, especially with all this Diddy stuff, and you never know what's going to.
No telling what he went through. There really isn't.
What could trigger that behavior?
Right.
So, anyway,
Justin Bieber. I just looked up. He's 31.
Okay.
But I mean, we don't know if he's been abused or what kind of things went on. I think when you start to be that famous that early, like as a child, look, there's not a whole lot of children that's come through unscathed.
Not just that, all the stuff that's come out about Diddy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could have been abused and used on that.
Yeah, and that has nothing to do with being a child star. That's just
his fame got him into that too.
This is really cool news. This part is the Music City Professional Rodeo coming May 29th through the 31st at Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. So they're going to have a rodeo for 3 nights. And their musical guests are Reba.
Whoa.
Jelly Roll.
Whoa.
And Tim McGraw.
Oh, my goodness.
They released that yesterday. I'm not sure if there's any opening acts or anything like that, but who needs them?
That's what I was going to say.
I think they're on 3 separate nights. I think you can go to the rodeo and see Reba, go to the rodeo, see Jelly Roll. I think they're 3 separate nights. So they may have some openers that they haven't released yet, but what a lineup.
And Reba going back to her roots. I mean, that's where she started singing, too. Mm-hmm. She was riding and roping and then singing the national anthem there.
That'll be a cool deal. You can go to the Music City Rodeo if you want to go get you some, or their website. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but you can Google it. You can find it. Coming up next, we've got the real good couple of stories that are positive and uplifting, and round 3 of Ask Sheila. That's all coming up next here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
If you have automotive needs, Dependable Auto Sales and Service along with Colonial Automotive would love to help you. Whether it's towing or service, body shop needs, are you ready for a new car? We have everything you need, including the financing, including the warranties. It doesn't matter what it is, DAS is on your side. Please come see us at 1575 Interstate Drive right here in Cookeville, 931-526-7355. That's 931-526-7355, 24/7 at dasautosales.com.
Do you ever feel like gambling is causing financial strain or hurting your relationships? The Gambling Clinic has been helping people change their gambling habits for over 2 decades. With physical clinics and remote online appointments, we're here to help you make informed decisions about your gambling. Visit us at thegamblingclinic.com so we can work together to help you win back your life. This project is funded by the Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services. Brought to you by the Tennessee Gambling Clinic, the Tennessee Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
Join Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity for their Race to Build Hope 5K Run Walk, Saturday, March 29th at 8 a.m. at the Livingston Central Park. The race is supporting Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity's mission to build affordable homes and strengthen communities. So lace up and join the fun Saturday, March 29th at 8 a.m. at Livingston Central Park for Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity's Race to Build Hope 5K Run Walk. To register, visit uchabitat.org.
Hundreds of Upper Cumberland residents need help today as they struggle with disease, sickness, or injury. When you give, 100% of your gift goes to help right here in our community. Learn more at CookevilleRegionalCharity.org.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time. Businesses like Fog Light Food House, CG's Boutique, Exceptional Bean, Royal House of Cheese. Go to halfpriceuppercumberland.com. Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
Call us before you dig. Accidents are caused each year because someone broke a gas line that they didn't know was there. Remember, not all of our lines are in the street. They go through your yard to the house. Don't take a chance. The Cookeville Gas Department will gladly check any area before you dig and tell you if there are any gas lines present. Help us keep natural gas the safest energy there is. Natural gas. Energy for life. This message brought to you in the interest of safety from the Cookeville Gas Department in cooperation with the Tennessee Public Utility Commission.
Want to grow some cheddar? You know, dough, clams, bread, money? Just plant a tree in your yard. It can increase your house's value up to 10%. Flowers and shrubs, plus a good old-fashioned cleanup, add even more value. Work with your neighbors to clean up and green up vacant lots and increase the whole neighborhood's housing prices. No, money doesn't grow on trees, but trees and clean neighborhoods do mean money. So grow some green, keep it clean, and keep Tennessee beautiful.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville. 1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila. We're here live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:50 now.
Well, there is a winter weather advisory in effect for us.
Of course there is. Duh, right?
It's expected by 6 p.m. today. Anthony Taylor.
Welcome to Tennessee.
He'll tell us more about that. It's 49 right now.
Yeah, his forecast said possibly an inch, down here, higher elevations.
3 inches,
3
maybe?
inches. Yeah, possible. I mean, it wasn't like a for sure thing.
Right.
Depends on where you live, and because there's going to be snow showers. And, so heavier bands might come through where you live, or lighter bands.
I'm done with those.
So we'll keep our eye on the weather, of course, with our new weatherman, Anthony Taylor from Upper Cumberland Weather.
We love Anthony. He's so good. He takes it seriously in this area.
He showed out his new studio yesterday.
Did he?
Looks awesome.
So, can folks go and like pull it back up on Hub Plus and
Yeah. If you have Hub Plus Roku app, as soon as it comes on, you can just scroll over where it says Upper Cumberland Weather
and look at yesterday's
and watch his live feed.
Oh yeah, you can watch his live feed, and there's like what is it that you can pull it like on demand? On demand. Yeah, I'm trying to be the cool words.
But you I don't think anybody wants to go watch yesterday's weather.
No, we don't want to relive that. Goodness.
I wonder what happened yesterday. Said nobody.
No. I'm done with the wind. And I'm done with the snow.
All right.
Get me to spring.
Here we go. Every single day, me and Sheila, we look through a bunch of news stories trying to find some that are positive and uplifting, and we call it The Real Good. During the Super Bowl parade last month in Philadelphia, Amy Ronabarger stumbled upon an old Philadelphia Eagles jacket that was hanging on a light post. Inside the jacket was a note that read, "If found, do not return. This jacket belongs to you."
Ooh.
The note went on to explain that the jacket was found during the 2018 Super Bowl celebrations. The previous owner decided to enjoy the jacket until the next Super Bowl victory and then pay it forward then. It all worked out as the Eagles won it all again in February, and now Amy has the jacket. Amy plans to keep the tradition alive. She'll enjoy wearing the lucky jacket and release it back to the world with another Super Bowl win.
That's a really cool thing.
That's a great thing. I'm glad somebody found it that would
continue the tradition.
Do this, yeah. Another real good story. Magnus Carlsen, a chess grandmaster who caused some controversy last year during a big chess tournament. He wore jeans to the tournament instead of dress pants. Oh no. And because he didn't follow the dress code and refused to change his pants, Magnus was disqualified from the tournament.
The name Magnus sounds like somebody that would be good in chess.
Magnus wanted to turn this awkward adventure into something positive. So he put the jeans up for auction with the promise of donating the proceeds to charity. The auction was a huge hit. An anonymous bidder bought the jeans for $36,100, and then Magnus donated it to Big Brothers Big Sisters of America.
Who are the people that have $36,000 just to put on a pair of jeans that may not even fit them?
Artist Stevens, who's the CEO of the charity group, expressed gratitude and explained how the money will help others and grow the game of chess, too.
Yeah.
Chess has long been a favorite activity for bigs and littles in our program. It creates opportunity for mentorship, critical thinking, and lifelong connections. All good stuff there. To Amy Ronnebarger, who kept the jacket, or is going to keep the jacket, and to Magnus Carlson for raising that money. Y'all are
real good.
All right, Sheila, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Round 3 of this week's Ask Sheila.
I'm ready.
Here we go. We didn't get any yesterday.
Thanks for the reminder.
0.
I tried real hard, though.
See, when I was doing it last week, did I ever have a day where I just got 0?
No, you know you didn't.
Okay, that's right, I didn't.
I bragged on you, too.
All right, question 1. Let's see here. This is all about health.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm usually good on health.
According to medical research, most of us do this every other day. What is it?
Every other day.
Yeah, they don't live in Tennessee, I can tell you that. Everybody I know is doing it.
Have itchy eyes.
Sneeze.
Oh, every other day?
Every other day.
It's like every day now, constantly with me. I should have gotten that one. Moving along.
All right. At any given time, about 5% of Americans have one of these. What is it? At any given time, about 5% of Americans have one of these. What is it?
Like I was thinking of allergy attack or something. Maybe a cold.
Yeah, you got it, Sheila. A cold.
I did?
Congratulations. I'm going to say, I've got to text the Henry brothers back there at the radio station.
I told them.
They need to come here. So
Willow window.
You want to text them while I'm doing this?
No, I got to think.
Maybe they're, that's right. We'll text them later. I think that's the wrong place.
Well,
Chris, if you're listening, 310
Chris,
Noonan Drive.
I told Gary, because you told me Gary's the one that keeps them straight.
Well, we'll see.
You go ahead and.
It's hard to keep that Chris Henry.
Was it Chris that texted you?
It was Chris, yeah.
Chris Henry.
All right. We touch this thing every day.
We touch this thing.
And it has about 280 different types of bacteria on it. What is it?
Our computer keyboard.
That's a good guess, but that's not it.
That's not it. Let me have another guess.
I mean, everybody. I mean, I think there's people who work that don't, do work on a computer.
That do work on a computer.
There's people who work but don't do work on a computer. Think of all those people. What do they touch every day?
Like your car.
Ooh.
Your,
getting close.
Steering wheel.
Steering wheel. You're right there. You did it, Sheila.
How often do we wipe that off? No.
Never.
I have taken like a Clorox wipe.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not like all the time.
Right.
It's like every now and then.
Yeah. But you know what? You did all right there, Sheila. You got 2 to.
I got 2.
You got 2 today. So that puts you up to.
While texting.
4. Maybe that's what you need to be doing all the time. You're just overthinking all this all the time.
I just need to let it happen.
You need to let it happen, Sheila. You put yourself. thinking too hard.
Well, remember, sometimes when you put pressure on me, I get real nervous. I was one of those that if I was timed on tests, it would really make me anxious.
Oh.
If they just go, here's a test. Pop quizzes I did better on than the regular one because I didn't know it was coming.
Yeah.
And I'm like, didn't have time to think.
Right.
And I just like, oh, okay then.
Well, what does that tell you, Sheila?
Don't think.
Don't think.
Don't think. But see, when I don't think, then you pick on me for that too, because I was like, oh, it's the convention center. No,
you were
community center.
I think you were thinking too hard about that too.
I was thinking real hard because I could see the building, and I'm like, it can't be convention center. We got a new one in Putnam County.
Stop that thinking. We all do, really. Henry Brothers coming up next.
We hope.
We'll get them down here and talk about your roof. You may have had some damage last night. We'll tell you what to do about it. It's all coming up on Good Morning Cookeville. Hang out with us.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub. Good Morning Cookeville. W299BY. 107.7 FM. And AM 1400. WHUB Cookeville.
America is back. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what President Trump told us last night.
America's momentum is back. Our spirit is back. Our pride is back. Our confidence is back.
Saying in an hour, 40-minute address before a joint session of Congress, he's accomplished more in 6 weeks than other presidents in 4 years, delivering on what he called an election mandate.
We won the popular vote by big numbers and won counties in our country.
And as Democrats booed the president, some holding up signs fast and false, and this is not normal, Republicans drowned them out with that USA chant. But then Democratic Congressman Al Green got loud, shouting at the president, waving his cane.
Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat.
Then House Speaker Mike Johnson had Green removed, prompting the president to say there's nothing that he can say in his speech to make the Democrats happy.
Or to make them stand or smile or applaud. Nothing I can do.
After he was finished,
Senator Alyssa Slotkin gave the Democratic response.
Don't tune out. It's easy to be exhausted, but America needs you now more than ever. If previous generations had not fought for this democracy, where would we be today?
Slotkin said Ronald Reagan would be appalled at Trump's approach to stopping Russia's war in Ukraine.
As Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. Well, days after the White House confrontation, President Trump read a letter during the speech sent by Ukraine's leader, Volodymyr Zelensky.
Nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians, he said. My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts.
Now, the president also announced last night an ISIS terrorist has been captured, believed responsible for the terror attack during the 2021 U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan that killed 13 Americans.
This was a very momentous day for those 13 families who I actually got to know very well, most of them.
America's listening to Fox News.
It's time to throw your overpriced big wireless contract overboard. With a qualifying plan, you can choose an iPhone 14 or a Samsung Galaxy for $0. Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team will make the switch in as little as 10 minutes. No hassle, no gimmicks, just honest-to-goodness wireless price right. Dial pound 250, you say the keywords Pure Talk, claim your new iPhone or Galaxy with a qualifying purchase from Pure Talk, which is America's wireless company. Visit puretalk.com for details.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Terry's Tiny Homes, Terry! Sure, as the only employee of her company, Terry was probably the front runner, but saving money getting personalized discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive, well, that gave Terry the edge. Over Terry. Terry! Terry! Keep awkwardly chanting your own name, Terry. You deserve it. Woo! Be your own Terry. See if you could save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
It could get contentious at the House today. The Republican-led Oversight Committee plans to question the mayors of Boston, Chicago, Denver, and New York City about their policies and not cooperating with federal immigration raids targeting and aiming to deport criminals here illegally. Boston Mayor Michelle Wu says she's ready.
We have already seen some materials put out in advance that seems designed to try to heighten interest and frame it as some kind of showdown or dramatic moment.
The day after Senate Democrats blocked a bill aiming to keep transgender athletes out of women's sports, Indiana's Republican Governor Mike Braun signs an executive order.
The governor says it ensures fairness in women's sports, saying it creates opportunities for young women to earn scholarships and develop leadership skills. The order mandates that Indiana state schools must comply with the 2020 Title IX rule rather than the 2024 Biden administration's reinterpretation that extended protections. Braun was joined by San Jose State University volleyball player Ellie Patterson, who claims she lost out on a scholarship to a trans athlete. Chris DeMeo, Fox News.
In men's college basketball, the top team in the country lost. Auburn upset by 22nd-ranked Texas A&M 83-72. In the NBA, the Cleveland Cavaliers won their 11th straight game, beating Chicago 139-117. And in the LA Lakers 136-115 win over New Orleans.
LeBron James became the first player in NBA history to score 50,000 combined points in the regular season and postseason, getting over the mark against the New Orleans Pelicans Tuesday night. James is already the NBA's top scorer for the regular season, passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in February of 2023, and for the playoffs, passing Michael Jordan in 2017. Joe Morgan, Fox News.
In college baseball, George Mason beat Holy Cross 26-6, scoring 23 of those runs in one inning. That's an NCAA record. They had 11 hits, 8 walks, 5 batters hit by pitches. On Wall Street, stock futures are rising after another sell-off. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. State lawmakers have passed a bill requiring school districts to ban the use of cell phones, laptops, smartwatches, and other devices during instructional time. The House passed the bill with bipartisan support. It now needs one final Senate vote before it heads to Governor Bill Lee's desk for signature. Another strong month for building construction in Putnam County, that according to Mayor Randy Porter. He says the county issued 38 permits in February, totaling $10.8 million of construction. 24 of those permits for new single-family homes. At the same time last year, the county had issued 34 permits, totaling $8.2 million of construction. A $940,000 bid to upgrade water lines along Minelit Creek Road up for a vote when the Cookeville City Council meets Thursday. The project, part of Phase 1 for replacing 4-inch asbestos cement lines that Cookeville acquired from Double Springs Utility District. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning.
Good Morning Cookeville with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:06 now.
From Henry Brothers Roofing, we have the main two, Chris and Gary. How y'all doing this morning?
We're good, blessed. Now, had a lot of wind last night, and I imagine that you guys will be getting some calls today.
We've got several this morning.
Oh, really?
Got calls in the middle of the night.
Oh, really? Now, what do people need to be looking for? Because a lot of people can't see the top of their house, you know? So, like, throughout the day today or as they inspect around their house, what's something they should be looking for before they call you?
Just missing shingles, missing siding, trees on roofs. You'll be able to see that pretty easy. I think one of the main things that people need to watch out for is scammers. Yeah. Right now, the storms, they blow in so many scammers. So many people tell you they're local. So many people that'll tell you that that they're legit. But you need to really, really check on them. I mean, this is storm season is when they come.
Mm-hmm.
And, for older people, they really try to scam those people. If you have a older mom, dad, grandpa, something like that, check in on them and let them know that don't go with somebody coming beating on your door because they're out there begging for work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
There are several good ones in the community. Just
oh, sure, yeah.
You don't have to go with Henry Brothers Roofing, but we're partial to them. But
you are them.
They are Henry Brothers.
Yeah, they are Henry Brothers.
Yeah.
That's why they are partial to. So, if someone does have a problem, and obviously insurance is involved and things like that, how does that work with you guys specifically, the Henry Brothers?
We sent a guy out to take an evaluation of the property, and he's really knowledgeable with the property. He's been doing it several years. He can tell you if it's an insurance claim worth claiming, or some guys that knocks on your door, they're just trying to make work. They'll even go up there and tear off shingles. We've had that happen, and customers tell us they saw it. They video recorded another company tearing their shingles off.
Oh my
Try to
gosh.
get an insurance company out there. Our guys are honest. If we see damage, we're going to tell you we see damage. If we don't see no damage, we're just going to tell you, hey, you don't have no damage, because somebody has to explain to that adjuster that's coming out there, hey, where did you see this damage at?
Yeah.
And they're not dumb. They know when something's been ripped off versus your hand versus a wind or versus a storm.
Oh, they're professionals
They're
too.
professionals.
And Jason's our guy that goes out most of the time, man. He's really knowledgeable. He's done it his whole life. It's all he's ever done.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy, and he speaks truth. If he calls the insurance, if it's an insurance claim, and he calls them 10 out of 10. I don't think he's ever claimed one and it not been legit.
Wow.
Jason, he's the real deal.
Well, I know y'all just do such a good job of working with the insurance company, not against them or anything like that. And you have good relationships with insurance companies. So
And these two,
they take your
anybody, they're not going to tear off shingles.
No, I mean, that's the thing.
That's crazy.
They built such a great name for themselves that everybody knows that they're honest, good fellas, that no one even questions it.
Right.
I mean, at least I would doubt that they even question it anymore.
We don't take no money until the job's complete. So
Right.
it's kind of hard.
That's right.
It's
Yeah.
kinda hard to
yeah. No money till the job's complete. That's a great way to look at that. So, but I mean, they got the insurance company also has to, I guess, like working with you guys too, because of that very thing as well.
Most of the insurance companies always like to have a contractor there with them, and honest, somebody that's really knowledgeable of what's going on. You get one or two adjusters here and there that just they want to do it themselves. They don't want nobody telling them what to do. You know what I mean? They're kind of, and those guys just step back and let them do their job. They know their job, and then they appreciate you a lot more than you up there trying to tell them how to do their job. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How many trucks are y'all up to? Because it seems like I could be on Willow and drive down Willow and see a Henry Brothers truck, what seems like about every mile and a half.
We have about 9 on the road every day, and then we have about 3, 4 that sits at the shop or the doodle or something that we just use when we need them.
Yeah.
But we have about, counting mine and Chris, is about 9 or so.
We believe in investing in the company. That if we keep putting people in places and trucks out there to help ease those pains on the job for if overseeing the job, make sure it's correct. Each job, we got so many going on. If we didn't have so many people out on the roads or so many overseers, things wouldn't be going as good as they're going.
Now, I remember when y'all got this thing started. Did you ever think it'd be like this?
No.
Me and Chris was just hoping to make a living, really. I mean, we just, and it just grown.
I mean,
super
ridiculous, isn't it?
What's
We're
great is you guys make a living, but you also put back in the community too. You really do a lot.
My funnest part.
Yeah, you love helping kids, especially kids have y'all's heart. They really do, don't they?
Yeah.
That's
what
I love that. And then y'all are great mentors for young men.
A lot of people.
Yeah. Anybody, really.
Whether you know it or not.
Yeah.
I mean, we met a kid last week.
It was Jason Bohannon with Next Generation Painting.
Man, what a guy. And I see that twinkle in his eye. He's changed life, man. That's one that I'm so proud of. I can't say how much proud I am from where he came from, where he's at today. Woo, man.
There's light
just like
in his
he hit
eyes
the lotto
now.
or something, man.
Yeah.
I mean, just like, he feels like he hit the lotto sometimes.
And what a good fella.
Yeah,
you can
good
tell he's just generally a good guy.
Yeah.
Come from no good to where he's at now because of Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Well,
and he knows that.
Amazing
Jason
story.
knows
Right.
Mhm.
Well, and he credits you guys for pouring into him that way. I mean, so it's little things that y'all have done too. It's not, big things like fishing with a mission or stuff that, we talk about, There's a lot of little things that you guys do on a daily basis where you're pouring into another person, whether it's one-on-one or a group or something like that never gets talked about. You don't go out and toot your own horn about it. Y'all are just good dudes. So we want to be sure that, I know y'all don't even like tooting your own horn unless Chris is giving out the phone number to Henry Brothers Roofing.
1-854-1027.
And he loves that. But, I wanted to be sure that we let people know that not only are you, great at what you do, roofing, siding, and all that stuff, but your mentorship and how you deal with the community is also top notch.
We don't like to announce what we do, and what we do it from our heart. We're not a showboaters.
That's right.
I mean, when you do showboating stuff, you get a pat on the back, and that's your reward.
Yeah.
When you do something from your heart, you get something blessed from God, and man, it's unreal.
Right.
10 times what you thought it could have been. You know what I mean?
Well,
I'm getting to physically watch it pour out, man. So
you're getting what? I can't hear you.
I'm getting to physically watch it get poured out on us.
Yeah.
Everything.
It's really great to see more of the Henry brothers coming up in just a little bit. Good morning, Cookeville. We're here live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:15, and we'll be right back.
This responsible gaming message is brought to you by the Tennessee Lottery. When you play the lottery, it's important to play responsibly. Know your limit and spend only what you can afford. Set a budget and stick to it. And remember, as long as you're having fun, you're always a winner in our book. The Tennessee Lottery is a proud supporter of National Problem Gambling Awareness Month. To learn more about problem gambling resources, visit tnlottery.com.
There's a price war in the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up, that's our specialty. Even great smokers' rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-558-TERM, 866-558-TERM, 866-558-TERM.
Hey folks, this is Paul Winkler. One of our clients said something interesting about why he chose us. He said the financial advisor he had worked with up to this point in his life wasn't the one to get him through retirement. Is that you? You've made it this far, but you recognize you don't get a do-over when you're actually in retirement. It's not too late to feel confident about your financial future. The first step is easy. Set up a phone consultation or in-person meeting with any of our offices by calling us at 615-851-1950 or just go to paulwinkler.com.
And now located in Cookeville.
Gentry's Power Equipment, your trusted Exmark dealer in Cookeville. For over 35 years, Exmark has been pioneering innovation, offering legendary durability and unmatched cut quality. Whether you're a professional landscaper or a homeowner, our range of commercial and residential mowers is designed to meet your needs. Hurry in for 0% financing for 48 months on select models, just in time for spring mowing. Gentry's Power Equipment, 755 Buffalo Valley Road, Cookeville, where big boy toys are their specialty.
Hey, you want to hear some great news? Preborn is bringing babies back to life. What you might not be aware of is that even though Roe has been overturned and abortion has been greatly restricted in many states, the abortion pill has now superseded surgical abortions, accounting now for 60% of these deaths. Preborn's network of clinics are on standby for women in their darkest hour, and when they meet them with God's love and free service to help them choose life, including a treatment that counteracts the toxic abortion pill, these life-saving and heart-changing measures, Preborn and their network clinics have rescued over 330,000 babies' lives. But the work has just begun, and every day thousands of babies' lives hang in the balance. Your tax-deductible donation of any amount is crucial in the fight and the heartbeat of our nation. Will you help us? All proceeds will go towards life. Just dial pound 250, pound 250, and say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby. Or donate securely at preborn.com/hope. That's preborn.com/hope. Sponsored by Preborn.
1077 and 1400, The Hub. Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:17 now.
And we have the Henry brothers, Chris and Gary, in with us from Henry Brothers Roofing. We're talking about some of the damage last night the storms did. And you guys said you've got a lot of folks to check on this morning.
Several calls already this morning.
So what do you do till you're able to get to pick? Because it's supposed to be cold tonight. Snow is a possibility. We can't get to everybody all at once.
We'll try our hard. We won't quit today till we get to everyone tarped in.
Yeah.
We'll put enough men on it to make sure everybody's at least tarped in.
Yeah.
We've got several team members that we'll put on this today.
With it being as windy and stuff like that, I mean, it's got to make it
challenging.
Very, very challenging to get. Of course, I don't think the wind's going to be as bad today, but it's still not going to be a perfect day for roofing.
Right. Today we're hoping just to get them tarped in, get it nailed down real good, and make sure that we can get them, and then the insurance will come out. It'll be their next step, look at their damages, and then we'll go from there.
We put them on pouring down snow, pouring down rain, so high winds. We'll
I was driving past a place, and it was your crew out there, and it was like 8 degrees or something like that.
It's amazing. I mean,
and I was like, man, I am so glad I'm not them.
No.
But because they were just working their tails off, and then anybody's ever like hit their thumb or something when it's cold, it's worse.
Yeah, it's you must have seen us putting metal or something on because we can't put shingles on below 40 degrees.
They're doing something. Your trucks or maybe in siding or may not have been roofing.
But we're real strict on the 40 degrees. That's what the manufacturer calls for. You see, we did see some guys nailing shingles on 18 degrees.
Yeah.
That's not going to work. It's probably gone right now.
Yeah.
Shingles are gone.
It was siding. It wasn't roof. Y'all are on the side there, but still, hammering stuff and all. And I was like, golly, man, these guys don't care to work a bit.
No.
And then signing it. And another great thing about you guys is that if you say you're going to be there, y'all are there.
We're going to be there.
And you don't get that with everybody.
No, we hear that all the time. People's like, oh, we called 3 companies. You're the first one to show up. But when we first started here, we heard that all the time. You know what I mean? And then you see them older people now, they're stepping up a little more. You know what I mean? And
sure. Well, they had
before they had to late, they didn't have no worries. But you see it now more. They step up a little more now.
Tell us some of the other stuff that you have going on. I mean, y'all want to talk about the doodle any? I do, because I love it.
We love the
our
doodle.
It's our Friday tradition. It's become a Friday tradition.
The doodle's been around since 1947, so we're planning on keeping it around. We have fun there. It's not a big profitable thing. It's not fancy. A lot of people come in now there, so people think, oh man, they're making a killing. It's not, but it's paying for itself. And man, the community.
About prices of food and all that that you have to buy.
Oh yeah,
eggs.
The older people are our biggest customers at the Doodle, man, and that is my favorite part about owning the restaurant. I promise, it's nothing makes me more happy to see those older people tell us, "Oh man, that was so good," knowing they've been around, they've ate some good stuff. You know?
Oh yeah.
So I mean, that's some of the biggest compliments that we can
community being part of that community.
I recommend the grilled cheeseburger. It is
something else.
You gonna tell them you get the double?
I don't get the double. I don't get the double. I've been trying to lose weight ever since Chris said I was fat.
I didn't say he was fat. I just said he looked bigger.
That?
I just
remember
said
that, Gary?
I just said
I was there when he said it.
You remember that,
bigger.
Sheila?
I remember
Looked
it.
bigger.
When Chris Henry right here.
No, I didn't do none of that. Look
right
bigger.
here, look at
right
me.
here on camera.
Right here on camera said I was fat.
I said he looked bigger.
That means fat.
No,
What was funny is he goes, "It's from coming in to Doodle all the
And
time."
that's what I said. You can only eat so much catfish or grilled cheeseburgers before you
so
start
good.
putting a few LBs on. That's all I'm saying. It's great. It was funny. We our last Friday excursion, or was it Friday before last? The whole station went.
Yeah, we see y'all all the time.
And Phil Gibbons, he gets a salad. He's heart healthy, right? So he's like, I'm just going to get a little salad. Hang on. I'm just going to get a little salad. and I was like, okay, because I've seen y'all salads before. I was like, oh, okay, Philip. So I watched him order, and I knew what was coming. Because y'all don't just give you a little salad. It's a salad. It's a man salad.
I'm trying to get them to cut back on that.
Do what?
I'm trying to get them to cut back on that.
Because it's lots of meat. It really
Lots
is.
of everything.
There's lots of everything on that.
Let me tell you, after I saw his salad, the next time we came in, I got a salad. The best salad I've ever had.
Yeah, they're good.
So I've not had anything bad ever
No.
at the Doodle.
It was just funny watching him get that salad because he's used to be, getting the little salads
Little side salad.
everywhere else.
Did he eat it all?
I don't think he ate it all. He may have. I didn't pay attention after he got it because the fun was over then. You know what I mean?
We got some good people at the Doodle though. We couldn't do what we do over there without them. So I know they're listening right now. So we want to thank them for all their hard work, and Miss Linda, Miss Carol, Tracy, Cody, all of them, and Tim. Tim's our manager. He took over about a year, little less than a year ago. He's took over and just man, what he's done. Nothing excites him. Me and Chris will get excited to him. He
works it out. He works it out. He works it out. He's got it worked out in his mind. He's already worked it out on.
He was so sweet the other day. I'd gotten there a little bit before. I was early.
Yeah.
Which
good job, Sheila.
Yeah.
We're working on
early.
that.
And he didn't think I'd been waited on. I go, oh no, I'm waiting for the others. He checked on me. He didn't like me sitting there by myself not being waited on. But I was like, oh yeah, you missed it. They just
the whole team over. I shouldn't have named no names because I left somebody out. But the whole team makes the team. We could.
Oh yeah, you got a good crew over there, dude.
Great crew.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all of it. It's the food and the atmosphere.
And it's very consistent, and that's hard to get in the restaurant business. Is any sort of consistency, and y'all have been able to figure that out, and it's turned out perfect.
And we love it when we see the brothers over there.
A little over a year in, we're starting to get it figured out.
It takes a while. And what's another thing is that you can't go in there without seeing somebody else you know.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
every time.
It's like the community happening spot.
That's our favorite part, and you get to see the sheriff, the chief of police, everybody in there, and you get to see and talk to them, and they're just like normal people. You know what I mean? And
and we want y'all to go out to the doodle, but don't be taking up our Friday spots now. I don't want you. I ain't about waiting. I'm not gonna.
No.
We don't need to start reserving tables on Friday. So you got plenty of other days except for Monday. Not open on Monday or Sunday.
It's closed Sundays and Mondays.
Sundays and Mondays.
We're gonna open Mondays back up soon, but we just not yet.
Man, we're talking about it.
As it gets warmer, is that.
Well, look, so many people's ask us for Mondays. And that's just why we kind of give our staff a break because they work so hard.
Yeah.
And those 2 days off is important. Just
they
having
deserve
1 day
that.
off.
They work so hard,
Yeah.
and it's early in the morning.
And the money don't mean nothing to me and Chris. We just want to. We don't. That ain't our big project. I mean, that ain't what we care about.
No.
Right. Well, I mean, and you can tell that you do a good job of hiring people, whether that's for the roofing business or for the restaurant business.
You go through some.
Sure. I mean, but y'all know it's hard to find people anymore.
Man, what you got to look for is if they don't love it, try to find something different. Just encourage them. If you're not loving it, go find what you do love.
Right.
Find something that's more interesting to you.
Right.
And then let them go.
Yeah.
In the nice way. Encourage them.
Get the heck out.
Yeah, next.
And bless your heart.
Yeah, they really gotta like serving the people and talking to the
Chris
people.
ain't real good on. We're gonna win easy. Look, we're gonna do this easy, and Chris ain't too easy.
By the end of the subject, they're gone.
Yeah. Chris,
if they don't love it.
Chris doesn't have that bedside manner that Gary.
He just wants to rip the Band-Aid off and
Chris
say,
just
"Look."
tells them like what he's thinking.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta not say it all.
Right.
Say most of it, but not all of it.
Like, hey, you look a little bigger.
Yeah, like Jason telling.
I don't want to lie to them for a month and then tell them a month later. So I just prefer to tell them.
Chris is just Chris, huh?
Yeah.
Chris.
I'm Chris Henry. Jason, you're fat.
I did not say you was fat.
You're fired.
I did not say he was fat. Just for the record, I did not say he was fat.
Well, I think maybe we just need to set up like a Chris booth, and if you want to know the truth about yourself, you pay Chris $1, and he go, "Oh, you're stupid."
I don't care to tell you the truth.
I prefer silly.
Chris has become more of a people person than I have, and I know people that know us don't believe that, but that's true.
No, I mean, yeah, sure, but I mean, you are too, Gary. Just in your own way.
Yeah.
You both together are one great person.
I think so.
All right, so before we get out of here, let's get back to roofing real quick. Of course, Henry Brothers Roofing, they are our roofing experts and just the go-to guys for just about, I mean, really, if anything's going on at my house, I call one of them, whatever it is, because if they can't do it, they know who does.
Yep.
But
somebody reputable.
Right, and if y'all trust them, then that makes it easy for me to trust them. But give out your phone number, website, how they can get in touch with you today if they need something today.
You can call us at Henry Brothers Roofing, 931-854-1027. You can go on our Facebook. We have a website, Henry Brothers Roofing at Yahoo. Nope, that's our
That's your email.
HenryBrothersRoofing.com.
HenryBrothersRoofing.com.
Yep.
931-854-1027.
You need to email us at henrybrothersroofing@yahoo.com.
Okay.
And please remember, whatever you do, there's going to be so many scammers out there right now with all that wind and damage we had last night. Go with somebody you know. Do your homework. Look them up. Don't let them just tell you they're local. Look them up. See where they're at. Go to their office. Look at their showroom. Just simple stuff like that. Do your homework, because some people will come in there and scam you right now.
They'll take your money and not even do the work.
23 years, and I've seen it so many times.
Don't pay nobody up front.
Yeah, don't pay for your material up front. Wait till they're done and pay them. That's just my our opinion on it, and we hope y'all take to that.
Well, guys, thanks so much for being here. You know we love y'all bunches, and plenty of cool stuff coming up. We'll have you back here closer to Fishing with the Mission, which isn't that far away. So we'll get to going on that. It's 7:29 now, and coming up, Kyle Goff from the Sparta YMCA, another great guy who does so much in his community. So we'll get to Kyle here in just a minute. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window studio. Hang out. We'll be right back.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. State lawmakers have passed a bill requiring school districts to ban the use of cell phones, laptops, smartwatches, and other devices during instructional time. The House passed the bill with bipartisan support. It now needs one final Senate vote before it heads to Governor Bill Lee's desk for signature. A series of car burglaries being investigated by the Putnam County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Eddie Ferris said they happened last week in the Hewlin-Dyer Drive and Cedar Creek Circle areas and Big Orange Circle and Hawkins-Crawford Road areas. The sheriff said a group of masked suspects targeted unlocked vehicles. He's asking residents to lock car doors and to report any suspicious activity immediately. The town of Monterey swore in new police chief John Mackey Monday. Chief Mackey, one of 5 candidates who applied for the job to replace former Chief Bill Randolph after a grand jury indicted him on charges of theft and misconduct. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. In the boys' region semifinal action last night, the Cookeville Cavaliers fell to Laverne 51-49 to end their season. Pickett County and Clay County both moved on and will play each other in the region championship on Thursday. Stowe Memorial fell to Tullahoma 61-55, while the Upperman Bees beat Giles County 54-33. LeBron James became the first man in the NBA to reach 50,000 points in his career between regular season and playoffs. LeBron now has 41,837 points in the regular season and 8,162 points in the postseason. The 40-year-old is averaging 26 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists per game in 27 games since he turned 40 years old. The Philadelphia Eagles made Saquon Barkley the highest-paid running back in the league, giving him a 2-year contract extension worth $41.2 million. He becomes the first running back to earn more than $20 million per season in the NFL. Barkley helped lead his team to another Super Bowl, rushing for 2,500 yards this past season. Join us tonight for high school girls basketball region championship games. On the main UCR Facebook page, Clark Range plays Clay County. On the UCR YouTube channel, Livingston battles White County. And on UCR2 on Facebook, Cookeville takes on Lebanon. All games get started at 7 this evening. I'm Jacob Vinson. That was the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
The UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub, brought to you by One Bank.
TRN News.
In Memphis, former State Board member Vanessa Murtaugh indicted on charges of statutory rape by an authority figure and aggravated statutory rape. She was arrested last week and posted bail Monday. Murtaugh is the former chairwoman of the Tennessee Inmate Disciplinary Oversight Board. The board reviews the grant, denial, or removal of inmate sentence credits. The indictment states the victim is older than 13, younger than 18. The alleged incident happened in January. Meantime, a Brentwood man accused of threatening to carry out a violent attack in downtown Nashville. Metro Police saying Alexander Thompson arrested at his workplace Monday in Goodlettsville on terrorism and false reporting charges. Thompson sent emails and posted on social media saying he planned to firebomb the U.S. courthouse and federal building within the next couple of weeks. Authorities say Thompson has admitted to making these threats and claims he was making good on them. I'm Lee Mowen.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
As an organ donor, your story doesn't have to end. The good in you can live on. In fact, you could save up to 8 lives with your gifts. Your heart could keep beating. Your kidneys could keep filtering. And your intestines could keep on digesting for others. And that's not all. You can improve the lives of 50 more people as an eye and tissue donor, restoring sight and health. And you're not just helping out the person receiving the transplant. You're touching whole families with your life-saving gift. Register in minutes. Just go to organdonor.gov. You'll be happy you did. And just maybe, someone else will be happy too. Sign up today. Go to organdonor.gov. It saves lives. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
Construction continues on the new Titans Stadium as the levels of seating starting to come into shape on what will be a state-of-the-art domed facility. Project executive Kellen DeCourcy says about 20 to 30 additional workers are added each week right now as the build comes together. DeCourcy adds folks will be able to see the level of the roof being worked on sometime in May. The Tennessee Army National Guard deploying helicopters to help with the Johnson County wildfire in Mountain City. Those choppers have special buckets to dump and deliver water, and as of Tuesday afternoon, that 30-acre fire about halfway contained. A missing Grundy County teen found safe in Nashville. 19-year-old Sahara Cagle, last seen February 8th. Authorities worried that she was with a man who had a history of domestic violence. The sheriff's office Tuesday said Cagle was located, but no further details were released. And the Blue Angels return to the Great Tennessee Air Show. It will also feature souvenir booths and exhibitions. Tickets can be purchased at GreatTennesseeAirShow.com. I'm Lee Mowen, Tennessee Radio Network News.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor. A wind advisory remains in effect through this evening. Temperatures will fall into the lower 40s today with light rain developing around lunchtime. A winter weather advisory will go into effect at 6 p.m. A transition to snow showers is expected this evening with accumulations of an inch possible. Higher elevations could see as much as 3 inches.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
On 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window Studio, 736 now.
We're so happy to have from CASA of the Tennessee Valley with us, and it is Sherry Hunley, the executive director, and Miss Stephanie Hawkins, the assistant director?
Executive assistant.
Executive assistant. I knew it was assistant. And I knew
That sounds fancier.
They're both fancy.
Yeah.
Can we call her the glue?
Yeah.
She's the mama bear that holds us all
She
together.
really
Do
is.
that.
Yeah.
I'll follow somebody very important. So.
You both are two very important ladies, though. I mean, CASA, court-appointed special advocates, are what that stands for. So tell us a little bit about, like, for those that are not familiar with CASA, of kind of what you guys do.
Okay, like you said, the CASA is an acronym that stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates. When I first took the job and I was learning about CASA, I accidentally called it Court Appointed Special Agents, and actually
I love that.
That's
Yeah,
probably
I
a
think
little
that's-
more.
yeah.
We have an agreement with the court system, and we serve 6 counties, so Loudoun, Roane, Morgan, Putnam, Cumberland, and Overton counties. And we have an agreement in the court system with the judge, and when a child has been abused or neglected, and especially if it's a case that's has a lot of layers, the judge will appoint CASA to the case, and so we appoint a volunteer advocate to that child's case, and as long as that child has a case in the court system, that same advocate stays by their side and fights for their voice in the court system. So many times in those early days of the court meeting, those court sessions,
That's intimidating for adults.
right? And the child probably is not there. So they're not speaking up for themselves because they're a child, they're a minor. Many times we're the only ones that have met the child and can actually speak for the child. And it's not because somebody else is not doing their job.
Right.
It
It's
is
just
simply
how it
because
works.
we don't have, our advocates have 1 or 2 cases max. And so we are not working through the loads of cases that some of the other people at the table in that child's case is having to deal with.
And that's on a volunteer basis. Am I right on that?
Right,
That there's a
right.
go in and speak that, and there's training involved. And how does somebody get into that if they wanted to volunteer?
They reach out to us.
Okay, that's
and
simple.
there's several different ways that we can do a training. We kind of work it around the needs of that person. So if they need a group setting, we get several volunteers together and we teach face to face. But if it's a person that has a career and they're needing to do this of an evening or on their own time, we can do online training, but we still hold their hand and do an in-depth training. We cover a lot of ground in our training so that when that volunteer is actually sworn in and takes their first case, they are very well prepared. And then we hold their hands through the process because that's our job.
So don't think just because you're not a lawyer or something like that that you can't do this, right?
No. In fact, we have advocates from a tremendous, just a varied background. So we have a retired psychologist, and she's fantastic.
Oh, I bet so.
But we have ranchers from Montana that have moved to this area, and you wouldn't think, your mind may not jump to child advocacy from ranching. They're some of the best advocates that we have because they just believe in that child's right to have a voice in the court system and to have a hero in their life to stand up for them.
The main thing you're looking for in an advocate or a volunteer would be just a heart for the children. That really makes
That's
a
it.
good advocate.
That's the only qualification. That and a clear background check.
Yes, of
obviously.
course you need a background check.
We definitely vet who comes in, and we have a lot of safety layers for the children, so our advocates don't give them rides anywhere. Because we would never want to be guilty of placing someone in a child's life that could cause harm.
Sure.
So we think of that as well, but we have safety measures in place. And you would not believe the heroes that we're surrounded with every day. They give their time and energy. They have their hearts broken. They just show back up, and they do more because at the end of the day, they're changing that child's life. And that's what's
And I'm
important.
sure the advocate's life gets changed too without the good work they know they're doing.
Definitely. All of us.
Yeah.
All of us have our lives changed. Our hearts are broken daily, but also faith
to know
in
that
humanity.
the kids even have to go through some of this. Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So it even strengthens our resolve that that child deserves a hero to stand up for them and to speak only on their behalf. We're not there to serve anyone else but that child, to see that their needs are met in the very best way.
What is being the executive director and all? What brings you to town? Anything in particular?
Well, several things in particular. We are doing a campaign. It's an initiative called 25 and 25, where we're looking for 100 heroes that will donate a recurring donation of $25 a month in the year 2025. It helps to offset the cost of the work we do. We do work with volunteers. However,
stuff still costs money.
Training, and we like to reimburse those volunteers for the miles that they drive, because sometimes they have quite a bit of a distance to drive for certain things. And we don't want their volunteer work for us to be a hardship.
Is that something that you can do online right now, or is it a phone number you call, or how do you do it?
You go to our website. It's CasaTNValley.org.
Okay.
And Stephanie's done a fantastic job of building that website. And
Way to go, Stephanie.
you find the Donate Now button. It's right there. You'll see it on the front page. You hit that. You fill in the blanks just like any online
You're
purchase.
buying something off Amazon.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can choose the reoccurring donation. That just means it's going to charge every month. And then when you don't want to do that anymore, because you're going to get an email when you decide, hey, I don't want to do that, or I want to increase my gift, or what you want to make a change, you go through a link in your email, the receipt that you receive, and you just change it.
Okay.
Yeah, so
that's simple.
We don't ever see your credit card, and we don't actually process. We have a bank system that processes that, so it's a safe way to give.
Well, that's a great thing. Do great work through the court system with kids, and unfortunately, we need them. You know, that's the worst part about this. The good part is we have CASA. The bad part is we have to have CASA.
Right. And the kid, I mean, this is the voice for the children. And that's what I know, Stephanie, you've been with it a long time. So what's your favorite part of it?
Just the stories and seeing the kids happy once they can either reunite with their parents or just finding the safe and environment for them.
Right.
And give out the website one more time.
It's CASA, CASATN Valley.org.
Okay, and that's where you go if you want to do the 25 during 25.
Right, 25 and 25.
25 and 25.
And it's where you would go to inquire about becoming a volunteer. We've got all the information on there.
Awesome. Thank y'all so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Hey, thank you guys.
It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Then Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues, preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. Matthew chapter 9, verse 35. Hello, Upper Cumberland. This is Jesse Flowers with the Jerry Whitson Road Church of Christ. Join us every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. on our radio program, Words of Exhortation, as we study through the Gospel of Matthew right here on WHUB. May the Lord bless you as you serve Him and serve others.
You've prolonged it enough. 1 year quickly turned into 2 years into 10, and now you've lost track of how long it's been since you've seen the dentist.
A trip to the dental office can be a scary thing for many people, but there is help. Hi, I'm Dr. Sandy Hayes.
And I'm Dr. Kevin Hayes. At Hayes Family Dentistry, we're changing the way people think about going to the dentist. We use the latest advancements in dental technology, including sedation dentistry, which offers hope to people who fear going to the dentist, or patients who need to have a lot of dental work done in just fewer appointments.
With one little peel, you'll ease into a state of relaxation and all of your fears will melt away, allowing us to correct years of dental problems, often in just one visit.
For more information, call us at Hayes Family Dentistry, 931-526-1614. That's 931-526-1614, or visit hayesdentistry.com and find out how easy it is to have the smile you've always wanted.
Hey guys, it's Philip Gibbons for Carlin Chevrolet. Aren't you tired of being sold a car by the other guys? And once you leave the lot, the dealership acts like they don't even know you anymore? Well, at Carlin Chevrolet, they're not in the business of just selling cars. They're in the business of making you family by having the #1 customer service in the Upper Cumberland for over 10 years and lifetime oil changes. Carlin Chevrolet on the corner of Spring and Willow, or carlinchevrolet.com. Carlin Chevrolet. Upfront, honest, home.
Look, this country was founded on freedom. Freedom from a country that forced us to buy overpriced tea and then trying to blockade us when we dumped their tea into the ocean. How'd that work out? Well, it's time to throw your overpriced big wireless contract overboard as well. Pure Talk, a veteran-owned company, my cell phone company, says no to inflated prices. With a qualifying plan, you can choose an iPhone 14 or a Samsung Galaxy for $0. And yes, this is for premium service on America's most dependable 5G network. Get your iPhone 14, Samsung Galaxy, $0 qualifying plan by dialing pound 250. Say the keyword SAVE NOW, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team will make the switch in as little as 10 minutes. No hassle, no gimmicks, just honest-to-goodness wireless price right. pound 250, keyword save now, claim your new iPhone or Galaxy with a qualifying purchase from Pure Talk, which is America's wireless company. Visit puretalk.com for details.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville. 1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you in the Willow Window Studio. 7:48 now.
Kyle Goff, he is the director of the White County Sparta YMCA and also the White County Commissioner. He's on the board there. So a lot going on. I know you also recently won an award at the Sparta Chamber Award.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Which award was it that you got?
The Spirit of Sparta, it's called, yeah.
Because of your community work.
Well, a broken clock is right twice a day. I think they had already give it to everybody.
Right, I get it, man.
I was just next in line.
Sure, even a blind squirrel finds a nut.
Yeah, every once in a while.
Yeah, you're being humble.
Before we get too far down what we're here to talk about, I'd heard yesterday there were some fires in Sparta and White County. Are those taken care of now?
They're completely contained.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah. At about probably 7 or 8 p.m. last night, we got to the 50% containment mark. Cash Dollar Cove area. Hats off to our emergency management team.
Working that wind had to be
volunteer
something
fire
else.
departments. Yeah. So I just urge people to be very careful with burning.
And then I just got word from Superintendent Dronebarger that Bondecroft Elementary is going to be closed all day today. 2-hour delay on the rest of the schools. Bondecroft, no school today. So if you go to Bondecroft Elementary, don't today.
Yeah.
So
nobody was hurt and no.
Not that I know of. I haven't heard of any injuries or I don't think there was even a need for evacuations. But Department of Forestry came in and took over from our guys. But just hats off to the volunteer fire. I mean, those guys don't even get paid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Our emergency management team and Jerry Sawyer in the highway department came and assisted. So just very, very lucky.
Yeah, no
able to contain
kidding.
it.
Especially with all that wind. All right. Now back on to stuff we're supposed
Thanks
to talk
so much for
about.
updating us on that. Now, the Sparta YMCA, I know there's so much. What is a big thing this year that you're looking for? Because I know we just recently started out. Well, it's already March.
Yeah.
But tell us about some of the things coming up this year for the Y.
Well, we're working on some strategic priorities around infrastructure, and I have, since we're giving shouts out to local government here, our facility opened in 1990 as the City of Sparta Parks and Recreation Complex. Operated about 2 years under the City of Sparta umbrella, and then on March 24th, 1992, we received our charter to become a YMCA, but the city had already owned the building, and the city has continued to own the building all throughout since 1992. So the City of Sparta is essentially our landlord, and they've provided a lot of support to us over the years. But since I have been there, I have never made an infrastructure request to them as large as I did in the fiscal year 25 budget. And that was a complete replastering of our pool surface. So that is the original concrete that was there when the pool was built in 1990. Those usually are resurfaced every 5 to 10 years, depending on the kind of surface. So we're about 25 years late. And, the health department was, beginning to see some issues with the etching and the deterioration of the surface. A lot of sunlight, a lot of chemicals, a lot of wear and tear. So the City of Sparta seeked bids to completely replaster our pool surface. They are covering 100% of that cost, and the work has just begun this week.
Well, I think that it seems to be easy for the City of Sparta to do, especially as much as the YMCA puts back into the city as far as giving back to the community. You're a huge, arm of that for them. And so it seems like it'd be a pretty simple thing.
Well, that's the goal with any of our philanthropy partners, our donors, our community partners. The goal is that we've built ourselves a proof of concept and a body of work that we can take to them and say, hey, if you support us, you're supporting a little bit more than a gym and swim with all of our other community service initiatives. But hats off to them, Mayor Jerry Lowry, City Administrator Tanya Tyndall, Public Works Director Dillard Quick, and then obviously the city alderman had to approve it and get it inside their budget. So this is a huge win for us.
Absolutely.
And it will be done. We open on Memorial Day, so
All right.
we gave ourselves a buffer of time here. We don't have to worry about any delays in the pool opening, and we're going to have ourselves a nice, beautiful surface when it opens.
You always have great things planned throughout the year. What's the next big thing coming up?
Well, we just opened a program called YCAP. This is Youth Community Action Program. We received a state grant to get this program started. It's a partnership with the juvenile justice system. They refer us high-risk kids that have came through the system, and we provide them mentoring and counseling, kind of a Big Brother style program. We're doing family nights where their families can come in and have meals. We have different churches that are coming in and offering counseling and support. This is one of my favorite programs that we've ever did at the Y, because I really feel like we're touching those kids that need it most. Families can make referrals, so you can. We do give first dibs to the juvenile justice system, and we try to get those kids in first at top priority because they see the needs as they come through. But family referrals are open, and that's on the link to referrals or on our website. You just go to YMCA, go to the Youth Development tab, and then you can find our YCAP program with additional information. Okay. It's a really cool program. It happens at East Sparta Church of God in Sparta in their Family Life Center. If you go to our website, there's also an opportunity to volunteer, provide meals or snacks to the kids, or to even come and work as a counselor, mentor, or volunteer.
What about like with we got well, the end of the school year is not really that far away at this point. Right. What about like summer camps and things like that? Do you already have that planned?
Summer camp registration is open. Yep, that's on our website. That'll be under the same tab. If you go to our website under the Youth Development tab. One thing we do every July is our BAM, Backpack Assistance Ministry event that we have, where we hand out I think last year we did over 1,200 backpacks stocked with Bibles, secular books, U.S. constitutions, hygiene bags. We give away food that day. It's a huge event. The lady that jump-started that program, her name was Carlene Benson, and Carlene had picked up that program in 2012 because the school had been doing it under a federal grant, and that grant went away, and Carlene almost single-handedly, just as one lady in the community, picked up this program. She joined our board of directors in 2022, and when she joined our board of directors, she brought BAM with her, and we brought it under the umbrella of the Y. So 2025 will be our fourth BAM event that's a YMCA event. Carlene passed away just a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't realize that.
Sorry
So
about
it's a huge. She was
a force to be reckoned with.
She was
full of light.
She was a friend, a mentor, a comrade, a mother figure. She was very, very special in my life. But BAM this year is going to be huge because there's just her spirit's going to be there with us, I know, and I think a lot of our volunteers and donors who started with her are going to be very, very excited to come and do it in her honor. So we're going to try to figure out how to integrate her into the event still and do something special for her. But that is...
Are you needing donations for that right now?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You can donate to BAM pretty much all year round, and then we also do donations. If you can't do a fiscal donation, we also are always in need of hygiene products. We put together hygiene bags and we give away to the kids. That's the last Saturday in July. It'll be July 26th.
Okay.
And then school starts back that following week for the kids.
Man, time flies, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
That'll be here
It's
for
crazy. We're already planning BAM, but BAM's a huge event. It's a huge cost to us, and the only supplement we get back for that is through fundraising. So you can find our donate tab on our website, and feel free to earmark it to BAM, and we'll make sure that's where the money goes.
What about like just you're in the community, you want a place where you can go and start getting in shape? That's still part of what you're doing at the YMCA. I mean, you do all this other great stuff, but let's not forget the other.
The membership and all that.
I want to say normal, but that's not what I mean. The other things the YMCA does.
So I love to say we're more than a gym and swim.
Yeah.
But the wellness center is kind of the backbone of everything we do. I think it's the first step to get people in the door. And then when they get in the door, they become a donor or a volunteer. They see the other work that we're doing. Usually when you walk in that front door, you're there to improve your physical health. So I don't want to downplay that part because that's also part of our mission. It's a huge part of the mental health. Obesity rate in White County is 38.6%. It's higher than the national average. Inadequate access to physical activity in White County is 34.7%, higher than the national average. And percentage of people who have no leisure time activity, 27.5%, higher than the national average. People with diabetes over the age of 20%, higher than the national average. So our trends in White County are not very good. We're in the bottom 10% of the state, which is in the 7th worst state in health outcomes in the nation. So we're not doing very good with health in White County. So the YMCA, one of the beautiful things about it is we're located right in the middle of the county. I mean, we're right in the middle of Sparta. So I know transportation is an issue for people, but I do feel like we present ourselves as kind of the catalyst in the community for physical health.
Kyle's always doing great stuff, not just with the YMCA, but just as a guy. You know, he's one of
He's
those.
a great mentor.
He's one of those dudes, and
Hear more often.
well, it's true. I mean, you go above and beyond with just about everything you do in a good way. And I'm the opposite. I go above and beyond the other way sometimes.
That's
so
not true.
I always feel bad about that. Kyle, thanks so much for being here this morning. We appreciate it. Tomorrow, Sheila, who we got?
We've got Chuck Sutherland. He made the recent issue of Cookeville Lifestyle. He's an art issue for his photography, and we'll talk to him about that. He's a cave explorer, too, and then some other projects he's got going on.
Awesome. He's always cool.
Yeah, he is. He's fun.
So we'll see you back here tomorrow. Keep listening. We'll keep you updated with the weather. There's a winter weather advisory starting at 6 o'clock tonight.
Crazy Tennessee weather.
We'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub. Good morning, Cookeville. W299BY. 107.7 FM. And AM 1400 WHUB Cookeville.